Thank you for joining us at XM.com for today's market comment by Rafi Boyadjian. I'm Maria Pachardez. Markets were still digesting Powell's Jackson Hole speech on Monday amid a mixture of relief and trepidation after the Fed chief struck a mostly balanced tone on the rate outlook with a slightly hawkish tint. As had been widely anticipated, Powell's address on Friday at this year's annual Jackson Hole Symposium did not deliver a major policy announcement, as was the case last year, but neither was it what investors had been hoping for. With inflation having come down to about 3% since Powell's speech in 2022, the focus this year had been the long-awaited signal that the Fed is done hiking rates. That message did not come, and Powell clearly left the door open to further rate increases. However, there was some relief, as he also indicated policymakers will proceed carefully when deciding about further tightening. For many investors, however, the lack of commitment to additional tightening was just another sign that the July hike was the last and the next move will be down. This cheered equity markets, and the S&P 500 closed up 0.7%, with Wall Street futures extending their gains today. Nevertheless, the odds for one final 25 basis point rate rise did creep up after Powell's remarks, and markets see around a 65% probability of such a move by November. Expectations for rate cuts in 2024 were also pared back slightly, but in bond markets, only the 2-year yield scaled a fresh high, and long-term yields didn't react much. There was a further lift for stocks on Monday from new policy announcements in China for boosting the flagging economy, which came after some disappointing data on industrial profits. China's main indices soared by around 5% on the headlines, but soon retreated to close about 1.1%, in a sign that policymakers still have some way to go in convincing markets these incremental support measures will be enough to kickstart growth. Elsewhere, the euro was steady around $1.08, finding support in ECB President Christine Lagarde's somewhat hawkish comments when she spoke at Jackson Hole on Friday. Although investors are still undecided about whether or not the ECB will hike rates in September, Lagarde's tone suggests another hike is in the pipeline, as she warned about the risk of high inflation becoming more persistent through higher wages. Thanks for watching today's market comment here at XM.com.